Grade 3, I welcome you to today's English lesson, and today there are two objectives. First, we're going to learn how to decode, read, and spell multisyllable words ending in and l. And then the next objective is to identify idioms and determine the meaning of idioms. So let's get started. And don't forget to pause this video, replay it if you wish to for better understanding. Alright, grade 3, so let's get started. I want you to open your R&B books to page 178, and I'm going to read these instructions for you. Words ending in and l. Write a word from the box to complete each sentence in the story. Then read the complete sentences. So I'm going to do a couple of these with you, but what I do want to do is I want to read these words out for you. So I'm going to go row-wise. So the first word is bottle, ladle, table, dreamer, longer, teacher, kettle, sweeter, warmer. So these are your words with the and l at the end, right? Let's read the first sentence. Wake up. Then a blank and exclamation. So this is an exclamation. My mom calls every morning. And I need to look for the right word. So let's start trying. What word would fit in? Wake up, bottle. No. Ladle. No. Table. Dreamer. Okay, that sounds pretty close. So wake up, dreamer. My mom calls every morning. Note the quotation marks around this quote. Right? So the first answer is dreamer. Let's look at the second quote. Can't I sleep a little? And then a question mark. I always ask. So again, let's try to look into what word would fit in perfectly here. Can't I sleep a little bottle? No, dreamer's done. Can't I sleep a little kettle? No way. Can't I sleep a little ladle? Can't I sleep a little longer? Okay, that makes sense. Sweeter, table, teacher, warmer. No, it has to be longer. So, can't I sleep a little longer? I always ask. Soon I'm in the kitchen where it is blank and full of action. So, soon I'm in the kitchen where it is bottle. Where it is dreamer is done. Kettle. Where it is kettle, no. Where it is ladle, longer, sweeter, kitchen. Where it is sweeter, no. Where it is table, no. Where it is teacher, no. Where it is warmer, well, yeah, that makes sense. So soon I'm in the kitchen where it is warmer and full of action. Now I want you to try doing the rest of these on your own. And I'll give you another one. So the table is already set for breakfast. And I want you to try attempting the rest of them yourself. Grade 3, so I want you to open your R&B books to page number 183. This is where your next assignment is for today. We're going to look into idioms, and this is a very interesting topic. Before we go any further, we've spoken about them in the class. Idioms are phrases or expressions that are typically figurative, so they have this non-literal meaning. And you'll figure it out as we go through this assignment. So let's begin. Let's read the instructions. Read the web below. Write the meaning of each idiom. You may find the meaning by looking up ahead in the dictionary, so we can use a dictionary. And here I've pasted a few of my searches here to show you how you can get it done. You can use a digital dictionary or a printed one, it's up to you. So let's look into the web, and the central word is head. So all these non-literal meaning phrases, or idioms as we call them, are around the word head. Let's look at the first one, keep your head. And if I look into the meaning of the word keep your head, it basically comes out to be stay calm. So, can you please keep your head? That means, can you please stay calm? Let's look at the next idiom. Head in the clouds. This usually refers to when someone is not paying attention. Please listen to the following instructions, because right now your head is in the clouds, which basically means that you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. Let's look at the next idiom, lose your head. This one is an easy guess, right? Lose one's head, get super angry, hyper, panic, out of control. So the meaning comes out to be to panic or lose control. And you can make a sentence. If I have to quote it into a sentence, I could say, when I lost my car keys, I lost my head. That means I panicked, right? Great. Let's look at the next idiom. Over your head. Over your head. Let me put that into a sentence before I give you the meaning. So over your head, I could make up a sentence such as this. You cannot understand this topic. It's over your head. Right? Which basically means that it's beyond your understanding. So if there's something that someone doesn't understand, you could be like, well, you know what? This is over your head. Please don't bother. Like, you will not be able to understand this. Next, get a head start. Get a head start. This is by far my favorite idiom that revolves around the word head. And get a head start basically means to start early, and the meaning comes out to be begin early or start early. Start something early. So let's look at the next instruction, page 183, and that is choose one idiom from above and write 2 sentences. Great. In the first sentence, write the meaning of the idiom. So that's the instruction. We're going to write the meaning of the idiom. We're not going to quote the idiom. And in the second sentence, replace the meaning with the idiom. So use the meaning of the idiom, and in the second sentence, use the idiom itself. So I wanted to use get a head start because I like that one. And the first sentence I used the meaning into was I began early on my science fair project. So I'm using the meaning into my first sentence as per the instructions, and the second sentence I fixed was I'm glad that I got a head start instead of waiting until the last minute. So that means that I started early instead of waiting last minute. Now you can choose any idiom you want to, and in the first one you quote the meaning, in the second sentence you quote the actual idiom. So you're not bound to using the same one, okay? Choose your favorite one. Alright, grade 3, so I want you to complete today's assigned task, and do not forget to leave a comment, or if you've got any queries, do not hesitate to ask in e-discussions. Best of luck, grade 3.